good morning, or good afternoon, or evening. I don't know what time you're watching this, but welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome, and if you're new, please like and subscribe and make yourself at home. Yes. Hi guys, I am back with another video. But you guys, on a real, I've noticed that I've been posting quite serious stuff. Like this video, it's another serious topic. When I was starting this YouTube channel, I thought it was going to be all fun and games, but I kid you not, I have filmed about 3 vlogs now and they've all refused to upload. Like, all the fun stuff has refused to upload, and yet when I do more serious videos, just like that, upload it. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's God trying to take this channel into a direction that I wasn't ready for or whatever, but yeah, I'm back. I just thought, let me just put that out there in case there's anyone who's like, yo bro, why are you always coming to us with this heavy stuff? Like, why are you always talking about, your life lessons and growth and all this boring stuff or whatever? But I promise you, it was not my intention. I thought it was going to be all fun and games and we're just gonna have fun, but apparently we have to be serious as well. So I guess the fun will come later. So I'm just going with the flow. So whatever. Like I said, I filmed the 3 vlogs of me having fun, but lost the other one. The other 2 wouldn't upload whatsoever. So yeah, I'm back again. So as you could tell from the title, this video is about forgiveness. Learning to forgive. Whew, it's a heavy one. Forgiveness is a tricky and heavy subject because, I don't know, I would like to say it depends, but it shouldn't depend, to be honest. Like I've always said, I've grown up in a Christian background, so forgiveness for a Christian is paramount because God forgives us, so we must also forgive. Nobody's perfect, basically. We do wrong, so when other people do wrong to us, we have to forgive because God forgives us. Even in the prayer, it says, the Lord's Prayer, it says that. Yeah, it mentions it in the Lord's Prayer. Yeah, it does. So I've grown up in a Christian background where forgiveness was always paramount. No matter what, you have to forgive because God forgives you. Okay, so I've never really struggled too much, I would say, with forgiveness. So going through life, forgiving people, and getting over things real quick. Until, like I said, 2014 was just a pinpoint in my life. Like, it was like a ding. God was like, ding. We are about to deal with this. All these issues you've ever had, it's about to go down. Okay, so every single time I come with a serious video and I'm like, 2014, yeah, shit went down in 2014. That's why I'm always like, oh, 2014, because that's when this whole brutal changing thing started. It took a while, obviously. This is 2018 now. It's taken 4 years, but I always trace it back to then. Obviously, then I wasn't more knowledgeable with the things that were going on in my life or what it was, and I was like in all sorts of confusion and all sorts of things. But now, when I look back, I like to reflect. That's another thing about me. I like to look back at things and reflect, not in regret, but in a way of learning, like teaching myself things to do, not to do, things to avoid, not to avoid, etc. So yeah, 2014. I grew up in a Christian household, forgiving until 2014, when to me I feel like someone did something to me that was unforgivable because could have died. Okay, I could have died. I could have killed myself. I could have died, but we're here. Okay, so 2014, someone did something, like I said, and it caused a lot of distress in my life, and I was like, I'll never forgive this person. This person because whatever that person did made other people react to me in a different way. So it basically caused off a chain reaction that I had a whole black bag full of people that I was angry with, I was mad at, and I needed to forgive, basically, because they reacted off of this one person's actions, basically, if I'm making sense. So it was like a domino effect. This person did something, said something, and then everybody else reacted according to what the person said. They lied about something, so everyone else reacted to that. And I felt like everyone did something wrong to me. So I had a lot of people to forgive, okay? But I struggled with it. I really, really struggled with it so much. Like, I carried this. And trust me, you know, when you're not forgiving people, it's a burden. I don't know about you guys, but to me, it lies so heavy on my shoulders, like, yo. But at the time, I didn't even know that it was so much of a burden. So now I know how much of a burden it is, because, like, I'm in a better place now. But looking back, like, even thinking about it makes me feel heavy, like, oh my gosh, how was I going through life like this and not forgiving people? So yeah, I had a lot of people that I had not forgiven, and I actually literally questioned myself. I'm like, am I a Christian? Why am I failing to forgive? But it was just one of those things, because before then I never used to understand people who would hold on to shit. Like, literally, if I met someone like, so and so did this to me in like 2004, be like, damn, why are you still holding on to that? Like, why have you not forgiven? Like, I never used to understand up until then, because sometimes we talk out of our asses and we don't really understand the situation, so we judge. Yeah, so I was judging, and I was like, why have you not forgiven, and all this and that. But yeah, so it happened to me. I finally had something done to me that I thought was unforgivable. So yeah, I carried this huge black bag of unforgiveness on my shoulder everywhere I went. And obviously now it made me keep everybody at arm's length, because I didn't trust nobody. And you know, I was just a salty person. I was as salty as a bag of Lay's, okay? Very salty. Yeah, so I carried that along with me, not forgiving. And then what happened? And then obviously as I grew, I think it was about a year later. So I put it at the back of my head anyway. About a year later, something happened to this person. They lost someone they loved, and everyone was going like to their house, like to show support and stuff. And I was made aware of this by a mutual friend, and I sat there in my room. First of all, I felt so bad because I knew what they felt like. I had been through a similar situation before, and I felt bad, and I was like, have I forgiven this person? Like, am I still holding on to stuff? Like, is it that deep? Like, is it that deep that you're not gonna go there and support this person and their family? Because I'm very close to the other members of the person's family. So I was like, so am I not gonna support them because of what this one person did? So I'm not gonna go there and support my friends because that person is gonna be there and they're involved in the situation. Is that who I am? Is that who I want to be? I was like, you know what? No. So I had to look back to the whole situation. I had to bring back all the emotions and everything that happened to me, and I dealt with it. I don't know how, but I think I just made a conscious decision, like, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's been a freaking year. It's heavy. I don't want to go through life avoiding people, avoiding going to this place because that person's there, avoiding this and that, avoiding mingling with this person because we have mutual friends, or, do you know what I mean? It's just too much. Why do we make life complicated? It's too much. I'm gonna go. So I went there, and when I seen the person, yeah, that's when I knew, like, I had actually forgiven, because I actually gave the person a hug and I said sorry and all this and that, and I attended to my other friends, like his siblings, and I was fine. And I went home and I felt so free, like like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulder. Like, oh my gosh, I was proud of myself. I was so proud of myself. I was like, hey, I got you back, boo. Yes. I was like, yes, that's how we should live life, like forgive. It feels so good. I was like, wow, I was proud of me. I gave a pat on the shoulder. Yes, I was so proud. Yeah, so I let it go. But obviously, there are a few demons who always try to ruin a moment. People started saying, oh, she must feel guilty then. Why was she there? It must be true then. Why was she there? Exactly. I don't give a fuck. If I want to forgive somebody, I'm going to forgive somebody. I don't care if it makes me look guilty. And I've noticed that this is a common thing. When I forgive people, they always think, I don't know, they always think either I'm the one who was wrong in the first place, or they then become funny. Like, I don't know how to explain this. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Might be trying shit. I don't know how to explain this. Yeah, but anyway, in this situation, apparently it made me look guilty because I went there for this person's situation that was going on and had forgiven. And it made me look guilty, like as if what was said was true. Whatever. I don't care anymore. I was literally middle fingering anyone. I was like, listen, I want to forgive. That's what I'm going to do. It's my life, boo. Who gonna check me? Who gonna check me, boo? Anyway, so that was that. And then that was my journey to now forgiving, because he was the main person that I was holding on to something. Like, I was holding. Do you know when you're mad at someone and you're holding on to it and you don't want to let it go? You're like, man, if I see this person in the streets, I'm going to beat them up. If their ass is on fire, I'm going to drink the water instead of pour it on them. You know one of them things. I was salty and I was mad as hell, but just doing this, like just going there, like saying, okay, listen, I'm going to go because, I need to be there. Just that. Like, it literally cleared a lot of things. And because I opened that door of forgiveness right open, I managed to forgive all these other people who reacted off of his bullshit. So, yeah. So that was mine. So, yeah. I forgive everyone. And it was all good and stuff. And then I went through life thinking, oh, everything's forgiven. Everything's gone. And everything, everything's all good. Until this year, actually, was it this? Yeah, this year. So this year, this is why I'm making this video, okay? Because the last week, I had a week from hell, okay? Yeah? I thought I was grown and mature and I had my shit together, but I was wrong. As always, God likes to... I just love God. You know what? I can't even hate. I love God. I thought I was good. I thought I was in a good place until something happened. My daughter wasn't feeling well. And I wanted support from a particular person, but they did not support me. And because they didn't do that, it triggered me back to 2014 and reminded me of some issues that I had, like things that went down that I had forgotten. I thought that I had forgiven, but apparently it was still there. Because obviously when this person acted the way they did, according to me, it triggered memories, and I was back right there again. And I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought this was done. It's still there. Like, go away. Forgive, like, get over it. So, I started doing some research, because I'm one of those people, if I don't understand, I'm going to look it up and I'm going to, cross-reference with a lot of sources. So I looked up forgiveness, and I looked at forgiveness in other religions, Buddhism, all sorts of, other contexts about forgiveness. Listen, like I said, I'm Christian. But yeah, I do open my eyes to other positive things that are not necessarily under Christianity, like I said. So don't shoot me down for that. Yeah, I looked at other other things. on forgiveness. Positive things, not negative things. I always say I'm all about positive vibes, positive things. So I looked it up and I came across this lady who was saying she had gone through some similar things, and she said she wrote a letter to every person who's ever done her dirty and said, I forgive you for, A, B, C, D. And then she said to now flip it and say, I thank you. So thank the person for something that they did for you. Because as humans, we like to remember all the negatives about people and forget the good things that they've actually done for you. Now, in some cases, the person has never done anything good for you. So in cases like that, instead of saying, thank you for buying me those shoes when you did or whatever, you can say, I thank you for teaching me not to be so careless with this and that, or for teaching me whatever lesson that you learned from whatever it is that they did that you're forgiving them for. Do you get it? Yeah, so I had a list of people that I needed to forgive, and yeah, I wrote letters. So I sat down here in my room and I wrote letters to some individuals in my life currently. And yeah, I wrote letters and I said, I forgive you for blah, 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 listed it. And then I wrote, I thank you for, whatever good that they did, they contributed in my life, and whatever lessons they contributed in my life. And then it said, after you've written all that, put it in a plate and burn it. Now listen, when I heard this, I was like, nigga, is you practicing voodoo? What in the world? Why would I sit there, write a letter, not hand it to the person, burn it, and you're saying that's supposed to help me? How? Okay. But I was like, me, I like to try things, so I'm all for that experimenting. If it makes me feel better, whatever, let's do it. So I did it. I wrote it. I forgive you for whatever XYZ, and I thank you for XYZ. And then I wrote it for the individuals, and then I put it in a plate and I burnt it. And you guys, I kid you not, just watching those papers burn, I don't know if it's a psychological thing. I really don't understand. Like, it was like nothing ever happened. I was like, why was I sad? Like, why was I mad? Why was I feeling like I haven't forgiven these people? Like, I felt so free again. I was like, wow, okay. So I wish I could remember the woman's name, but whatever. If you're watching, I don't think she's watching, but thank you. That was the best thing. Now I'm right back on track and I'm happy again. See, so anyway, I thought I should share it with you guys. If you're struggling with forgiveness, you can try my burn the paper thing that I tried. It's not my idea, by the way. I just took it off the internet, but it helped me. So you can try burn the paper. Write a letter to whoever has wronged you, listing why you're forgiving them, and then flip it into a positive and say thank you for, let's say, for example, for loving me when you did, or for being there for me when you did, or whatever. If they don't have anything nice that they've contributed to your life, say thank you for the lessons you've taught me in my life. Good enough. And burn that shit. And then see how you feel afterwards. Okay? But let it go, though. Let it go. Let it go. And I also understand that there are certain situations that... Wait. I was going to say something. Hang on. Okay, I was going to say, the Bible says forgive and forget. Yes. Now, when it said forget, it didn't mean like forget, because let's be real, you can never really forget something that something bad that happened. We as humans, I don't know what it is, we always remember the bad things that happen, and we can forget the good. If someone does good for you, you will forget it. You remember that one time they said no, or they did shit to you. That's the moment you always remember. You'll forget that, oh, they were there for you when that happened. They were there for you when that... You always remember the bad thing about whatever someone did and not the good. I don't know what it is. This is a mentality we need to let go of, but that's a story for another day. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so it says forgive and forget, but I don't think it means like forget what happened. It just means as in forget that. If you forgive that person and you're around that person, don't bring it up. Don't be like, hey, you're good. Yeah, you remember when you stole my prawns? Okay, I don't know why I use prawns, but okay, I love prawns. FYI, shout out to the prawns. Hey, yeah, I love prawns. So, yeah, why am I still talking about prawns? Oh my gosh, legit, this green tea has something in it. What was I saying? I feel mad now. Yeah, so. Yeah, so like, okay, I remember now. When it says forget, it doesn't mean like legit forget, because we all know that's impossible. We don't do forgetting when people do wrong to us or whatever. But it just means if you choose to be around that person, do not bring it up again. Let it go. I think that's what it means. So I just wanted to clarify that, because I've seen some posts around these internets where people are like, oh, how can the Bible say forget? You can never forget. Like, you can't erase a memory like just like that. I don't think it meant erase it out of your brain. Pew, you've got amnesia. No, I just think it meant if you're around the person or whatever, don't bring it up. Don't resurface it from the back of your head. It can be down there, but don't bring it to the front and out your mouth and be like, yeah, when you did this, blah, blah. That is not a part of forgiveness. Let it go, boo. And I do understand that there are other situations as well. Like, let's say if someone killed your mom or something bad like that. I don't know. I've read of stories of people who have forgiven such things, and I commend them for their strength. But I think in those situations, it's more of an act to yourself than an act to the other person. Because I think also that's what forgiveness is. See, I'm even discovering shit while I'm talking. Oh, listen. Okay, I'm dipping it. I got it. Okay, so forgiveness isn't an act to somebody else. It's an act for yourself. Wow, that's deep. That's actually deep. Because like I said, when I didn't forgive people, I felt heavy on my shoulders. So when I did forgive them, they didn't even know that I had forgiven them, because I never outright went to them and said, I forgive you. I never did. I never had that conversation, but it's an act that I did for myself. I chose to forgive them, and that way it made me a happier person. It made me a free person. It made me feel good. So yeah, wow. I'm sorry, you guys. I might be sounding crazy right now, but I am so impressed with what I've just discovered right now. Like, legit. Forgiveness is an act for yourself. It's not about the other person. It's about you. It's about freeing your soul and, offloading your burdens, really. So when you forgive, you're literally forgiving yourself. Like, what? This is deep. Okay, you guys, tell me if I'm making sense down in the comments. Let's have this conversation. This is so interesting. Wow. I'm impressed with that. Yeah. So forgiveness is not about the other person. It's an act that you do for yourself. So if you love yourself, forgive. Because I have read stories of people who've forgiven others for killing, people that they love. And I've been like, okay, how do you do that? I couldn't. But they've done it for themselves, because they're not going to walk around the rest of their lives like holding on to this thing in their hearts. It's heavy. Trust me, when you don't forgive people, it's so heavy. I don't know, I find it heavy. It's heavy energy. It's like low vibe energy. I can't live with it, and it makes me really upset. That's why I end up kicking off and crying and all sorts of things. And that's why I end up researching about it, because it's not an energy I want to carry around with me. I like being free. I like being happy, and I'm sure everybody else wants to be happy and free. So yeah, this is something that we've learned together. Forgiveness is an act for yourself. It's not about the other person. You can forgive and not have to go to the other person and be like, yo, I've forgiven you for this, You can't do if you want to do that, but there's certain situations where you're not able to do that. So I think in those situations, the letter thing that I did, write a letter saying I've forgiven you for this, and then flip it into a positive and say thank you for this. And also in some situations, I think we need to forgive ourselves, because things happen to us and we always look at what the other person did to us instead of also analyzing what input you had in that situation. Obviously, there are certain situations where people are just mean and nasty. You didn't have to do anything. Like, let's say rape cases, you don't need to do anything, and someone does that to you. I mean, it's not your fault. You don't have to look at yourself and be like, oh, what did I do? Because it's not your fault. I get that. There's certain situations that this does not apply to. I understand. But there's certain situations where it does apply. There's certain situations where we played a part in the other person's reaction to us, and now we're mad and we can't forgive them. But what about us? Like, what did you do? So when you're struggling with forgiveness, also look inside and say, okay, what part did I have to play in this? And sometimes the part that you had to play in it is just simply mingling yourself with this person. That's the part you played. So you have to forgive yourself for first of all being friends with that person, or being in a relationship with that person, or okay, sometimes when it's family you don't choose your family, but yeah, they're things. If you sit down and really dip it, there's certain situations where you've played a part in the other person reacting to you in the negative way. So also forgive yourself for that. Forgive yourself for that, and forgive that other person for that. And like I said, if you're in a situation where you can't outrightly go to the person and speak about this, write the letter, burn it. It worked for me, because yeah, I had to, I couldn't speak to these people, so it worked for me. Try it and let me know if it works for you. Try it. Let me know if it works for you. And another thing that we've learned today together is, maybe you guys already knew, but I didn't know this, that forgiveness is an act for yourself. It's not something that you're doing for somebody else. You're doing it for you. It's a self-love act. Forgiveness is a self-love act. So get to loving yourself, get to forgiving, and it doesn't mean that you have to be around that person, but if you do see them on fire, please throw that water on them instead of drinking it. Okay, boo? But you don't have to go out for dinner and eat with them and chill with them and do all these things with them. But yeah, if they're on fire, throw that water. And yeah, let's get to forgiving. Let's not hold on to things. Let's choose peace in our lives. Let's choose freedom in our lives. Let's choose higher vibration of energies and be happy and good and fantastic and all these things. Okay, I'm going on and on. I'm so happy. Okay, I'm sorry, this is one of those crazy videos. Okay, anyway, so that was my little chit chat about forgiveness. Like I said, sound off in the comments. I would love this conversation about forgiveness. I would love to hear the people's experiences with forgiveness, and anything else that you've picked up from this video. Do comment. Let's have a conversation and let's chat. And I think from now on, I'm going to call these videos life lessons, because they're coming out quite a lot. I'm going to try and throw some fun stuff in there, but like I said, it hasn't worked before. But I'll still try, please. Okay, so yeah, that's my video for today. If you stuck all the way to the end, thank you so much. Thank you for chilling with me. I hope I wasn't rambling too much. I hope I made sense, and I hope I helped somebody begin their journey of forgiveness. And yeah, thank you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting and tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, please share, please like. Let's have this conversation about forgiveness. Let's just learn from one another. Let's grow together. Let's be on this journey together and just be on high vibrations and be happy. Yes, who doesn't want happiness? Who doesn't want peace? Hey, yeah, so let's do that. And thank you for watching today. I love you guys. Bye.